You're watching WRAL News in high definition.
X-Files, how to organize stacks of paper into something that's a little easier to navigate, coming up.
We'll get a handle on all that paper just ahead. Here from an organization guru about how to declutter and store your important files. Get your act together at home. We all deal with piles and piles of paper files, but which documents should you keep in hard copy and which can you hold on to digitally? And how do you get really a handle on all of this? Here now is a woman who has helped me out a lot over the years, Barbara Hemphill. Great to have you in, Barbara.
Thanks, Bill. It's good to be here.
I've still got your file system. It works.
Good.
Now, Pam is the neatest person in the newsroom. She doesn't need any help, so it's a good thing I'm getting a refresher for us here. What is it about paper that is so difficult for us to deal with and get a handle on?
Well, it's what the paper represents. Our fears, fear that we might need it, fear that we'll forget, fear that someone else will want it. And you can keep everything you want if you're willing to pay the price. And the price is time, space, money, and energy. So part of what I want to do as an expert in paper management is help people identify the price so they can make a decision.
So what do we need to keep hard copy of, and what can we put, away digitally?
Well, you can do either one. Now, we've just seen with the tornadoes in the area that if you keep things in paper form, they may blow away. So there's some real advantages to keeping things digitally and making sure that it's backed up. So the decision making, my whole business for 30 years has been based on clutter's postponed decisions. So the first decision is, do I need to keep it? And you can ask the question, what's the worst possible thing that would happen if I didn't have this? Answer that question. If you're willing to live with the answer, toss it or recycle it. If you're not, keep it, and then say, am I going to keep it in paper or digital? And as long as you have a system, it doesn't matter. And the system is what's really important. So you're consistent about how you do it.
It would seem with the digital age that our file system should be getting smaller and smaller. True or false?
No, actually, I think paper files are truly getting smaller,
yes,
but digital files are getting bigger. And just as we saw with paper, if you had a little bit of paper, it's easy to find it, but as you get a lot, it's more difficult. Well, the same thing's happening in digital. When we first started with digital, we could use the search capability and find anything very quickly. But now, as we keep so many things, it's getting really harder. So it's really important to create a system, and that's what we do with our clients, is help them create a system so they can find what they need when they need it.
You have an extremely popular program called Taming the Paper Tiger, and now it's Taming the Paper Tiger in a digital age, and we understand that is coming out in digital form.
Well, it's just an e-book. It's an electronic book that you can download, and the idea is to give people ideas. Like the question that people always ask is, how long do I keep such and such? So if you go to my website, barbarahemphill.com, you'll actually get a guide that helps you decide that. But then there's also a book that helps you create a system, and especially a system that you can use in the family. One of my concepts is what I call the home office for the business of life. Everybody has to say insurance policies and warranties and coupons and children's artwork and books and newspapers and all of that.
All right. You're wonderful.
Thanks for having me.
You've helped a lot of us out, Barbara. Thanks so much. Pam, you don't need her help, but I do.